Hello friends, in the last video we have learned how to control the LED using a button with a microcontroller ATmega16. So today we will learn how to control the two LEDs just with a single button that I will show you today. What I am gonna do is just toggling between the two LEDs. Means when I will press the button, one LED will glow. When I will press the button again, then another LED will glow. So how will I do it? So let's see. In the last video we have seen that when we are pressing a button, then just the LED is blinking, and if the button is not pressed, then nothing is happening. But in this video we have to toggle between the two LEDs. So first we have to make the connections between the two LEDs and a single button. So let's see the connections. So here we can see I have already made the connections on the Proteus software. Similarly we will make the connections on the breadboard. In this video I have done PA0 is connected to one LED, PA1 is connected to the button, and PA2 is connected to the other LED, which I will control using this button. So let's make the similar connection on the breadboard.
So here is the connection for the toggling of LED using a button. Here what I have done, I have connected 330 ohm resistor to pin PA2, and then the other lead of the resistor to my LED, and then it is grounded, which is here at the pin number 11 of ATmega16 microcontroller. And this I have done in the previous video, that one lead is connected to the pin number PA1 and the other lead is connected to the ground. So now we will make a code accordingly.
So this is my last program in which I was controlling my LED using a button, but now I am having two LEDs which I have to control using a single button, and I have to toggle them. So for that I need to define my second LED also, just like I have done for the one LED that is connected on pin PA0, but now I am defining for the pin 2. So I will write DERA operation equals 1 less than pin A2. So I have defined my second pin also as an output pin. Now let's see how a button works. What happens is when we press a button, a bit is clear, so we get a value 00000 like this. That is just for a very little time, let's say in a microsecond or in a millisecond. Similarly the value will be 1111 0000 010101, just like that. But what we want either all the 0 values or all the 1 values. We don't want this 1010 or 0101, because our value will be either 000 or 11111, and the value can't be 1010 or 0101 for such a long time, because this value is only possible when we can press the value with a very fast or with very rapidly pressing and releasing the button. So what we will do, we will need only this 000 or 111 for doing the toggling of LEDs. So first we will need 3 variables for this. So let's define the variables as int I equals 0, j equals 0, and third is k equals 0. We have initialized and declared 3 of them as 0. So let's see What's the meaning of three of the variables? Firstly, I equals to 0 means the button is being pressed and it's being considered as 0 for the first time. And now here we are having j equals to 0. That means for what time period the value or the button will be pressed, and the k. Now k is after what time the value or the button has been released so that it can perform the other operation. So now we will use this thing in our program. Let's first remove this. Now let's see what is happening here. Here we have written if bit is clear within bracket pin a comma 1. What it means? It means that I am pressing the button, and until I am pressing the button it will perform some operation, and when I will release the button it will not do anything. It will perform the else operation, that is here, this part. So what I want here, I want when I will press the button it will turn one LED on and other will be off, and when I will press the button again then it will turn the first LED off and the other LED will on. So for this what I need to put the nested if inside the if loop, the if statement. So I will write if within bracket this, and within this if I will put a condition, that is j is greater than 200. What does this 200 means? It means that I am assuming that when I will press the button within that time there will be around more than 200 zeros. So if the value is greater than 0 then it will perform the operation that I will write inside this if. So what I will do, I will put this value inside and I will remove this delay part because I don't need it right now, and this is for the pin A0, and similarly I will write this port A XOR operation equals 1 less than pin A2, because I have to perform the same operation for the pin 2 also. And now in the next line I will write I equals 1. That means when I will press the button it will store the value for the one LED. Otherwise when I will press the button it will turn one LED on, and when I will press the button again it will turn the second LED also on. So it will not be the toggling part. So that's why we have to put this condition as I equals to 1, so that it will store the value according to this XOR operation. And now here we can see that we have written j is greater than 200. And how this 200 comes? As I told you before that when I will press the button, for how much time it is being pressed, at that time we have generated the zeros, like this is 0 0 0 0, and if the button is not pressed then it will be 1 1 1 1 for a long time until it is being pressed. So similarly for counting this value, that how many times it is being 0 or it is being 1, so we are using the j plus plus condition, which will be used as a counter. It will increment the value of j by 1 every time it is being pressed, for, or we can say that for how longer it is being pressed. So that's why we are using this j plus plus condition. So this will be the condition for pressing the button, and after this if statement we have to put j equals to 0. What it means? It means that I am resetting the value of j to 0, so that next time when I will press the button, it will start the value of j from 0 again. So this is the condition for when I am pressing the button, and when I am not pressing the button, then I have to give a condition. So here inside this else statement, I will just write k plus plus semicolon. And what does it mean? It means that the time for which the button is being released, at that time it will increase the value of k by 1, and for this I have to give one if statement. Within that if, I will just define that what if the value of k is greater than 2, that like I have defined here for the j when the button is being pressed, and now I have to define when the button is not being pressed. So inside this if statement, the condition will be I equals 0 and k equals to 0, so as to preset the value of k to 0, as we have done for the j equals to 0. And now our code is done. So let's check what we have done here. Here we have defined three variables I, j and k and declared them as 0. So accordingly we have defined what it will do if the button is pressed and if the button is not being pressed. So accordingly we have given the statements inside the if loop. So now we will build the program and let's see is there any error or not. So now our program is being built. It will take a little time, and see there is no error. And now we can flash the program to 8MegaSixteen microcontroller using Sinoproc. And now from here we will select the file which we want to upload to the microcontroller. So this is the button folder where a file resides inside debug, and this is the button.x which we want to upload to the microcontroller. And now I will search for the device because I have already connected my device to the laptop. So it's searching OK. So I will just flash the program inside my microcontroller. So it's done. As we have successfully uploaded the program to the 8MegaSixteen microcontroller, so we will just check whether our program is working or not.
So now we have flashed the program inside 8MegaSixteen microcontroller for the toggling of LED. So we can check. So here we can see the toggling is taking place. When I press the button once, it will glow one LED and it will turn off when I press the button again, and it will turn the other LED on.
Thanks for watching the video. If you like the video, please do like and subscribe to my channel, and if you have any queries regarding the content, please leave it in the comment box. Thank you.